So AI is really important, and if I want to learn the cloud and all the stuff about it, Bash commands, infrastructure, like all the stuff that Azure or whatever. If I'm learning cloud, I'm gonna need to know how to do AI. So let's start. And what's up, guys? Duval LeBlanc. So this is going to be the start of my new series on Azure AI, and it's going to go over my journal or my learning of the AI fundamentals course or the AI 900 exam. So I'm going to basically share my screen and show like what um, the Microsoft Learn modules and trainings that they have here for the AI fundamentals exam and the courses that it goes over. So and all the subjects and everything. And as you can see here, I have it open already and I've completed it. And I kind of just want to go over it for my own sake and for you guys, the viewer, if you're interested in following along with what I was doing. This is going to be basically after I do one of these modules, I'm gonna do a brief video on it, what I happen to see, what I wrote down, and what I learned from it. Okay, so that's basically what this is just kind of go over it. So if someone is interested in learning this, they can see the steps that I did, and maybe it benefits them, and they'd like to do it themselves. So yeah. So with that, oh, another thing is that I did. I'm gonna be doing my Bash series as well. So I'm gonna be learning Bash commands and stuff, so I can maneuver through the cloud and the shell and stuff like that in the terminal. And I added a new playlist of that. So that's another thing I'm gonna be doing. So, all right. With that being said, let's get started here. So. All right, so as you can see, I have the Microsoft Learn training course open for the AI 900 course that they offer. This is for free. So another thing, this stuff is free. I don't know if Microsoft plans on keeping it free, but while it's free, I definitely recommend you hop on while it's free and available. So in this one, if you basically go to Google and you search Microsoft Learn AI 900 training or something along those lines, it should bring up this course. And this is the first part of the course, and it is the fundamental AI concepts. So I went ahead and I did this one already. So this is me kind of just going over it and cementing it down in my brain so that I can really understand it, and also for the viewer to see what there's the possibility of what they can learn as well. Okay, so now with that being said, there's this. I also what I do is I told you guys about Notion. If you didn't watch my video about me learning Bash, I started to create a like learning style and approach, and one of them is I have a Notion account, which is a note-taking. It has AI it has it's like a techie version of a note-taking app. It's very great, very good, and it's great for learning a lot of things, and it's very intuitive. It's simple to just write in the notes. It has a lot of options for stuff. And so this was my last week, and actually I did this already, and I started this, but you know what, I'm going to hold off on the 104 and I'm going to focus on the AI for now. So but yeah, so I think I did a week 2 somewhere. So this is like my week 2 that I did, and I finished the first module. I started doing a little bash. I have to make a note in my website, which is duvalleblanc.ghost.io. I'm gonna create and publish this video. This is the video, and so this is just showing you like what I do daily as a checklist. And Notion is really good. But basically, for what we're gonna do, I'm gonna go to my AI 900 notes that I did, and I made a little banner for it. And in here is I embedded the page of notes that I did. So, and it comes up here. So it says fundamental AI concepts. So all of this I wrote. I did all this myself. And so it shows like a little explanation. I'm interested in becoming familiar with the AI certification from Microsoft instead of the AZ900. So I'm choosing to focus more on getting my AI 900 certification than the AZ900. The AZ900 is great, but it's not. After doing a lot of research into it and listening to a lot of engineers and stuff that actually work in it, they recommend you focus on more of just maybe the AZ104 and another cert. They say try not to focus on the AZ900. It's similar to if you're starting in like IT or something, hardware support or help desk or whatever, and they tell you to take an A+. It's not necessary, but it does help you, but it's not necessary. So, but anyway, so I said that I'm interested in becoming familiar with the AI certification from Microsoft instead of the AZ900. I believe that the skills and knowledge that I will learn from this course will be used in assistance with the cloud. I also believe that with the recent expansion of Microsoft's AI and cloud infrastructure, they will be building more curriculum and certifications in AI that I will be interested in learning. The first certification of utilizing the cloud with AI is the AI 900. So I will now choose to devote my time into learning and getting the AI 900 certification. So that's just an explanation of why I'm doing this. So, but yeah, so these are all the notes, and this is all from this course. So let's start. So it's a little introduction here. With AI, we can build solutions that seemed like science fiction a short time ago, enabling incredible advances in healthcare, financial management, environmental protection, and other areas to make a better world for everyone. Learning objectives. In this module, you'll learn about the kinds of solutions AI can make possible and considerations for responsible AI practices. So I'm just going to go through them very briefly. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time in each of them because you can do that for yourself. But I just want to show you what they offer. Okay, so let's start. So introduction to AI, and it has a little video here you guys can watch. It says what is AI, and it gives you, so these are important. Simply put, it defines what is AI. AI is software that initiates human behaviors and capabilities, and there's key workloads that are included in AI: machine learning, computer vision, natural language processing, document intelligence, knowledge mining, and generative AI. And basically throughout this module, it explains each of these. And which is cool because I only knew about, I already heard of machine learning. I never heard of computer vision, never heard of natural language processing. I've seen it before. We all seen it, but we didn't know that's what it's called. So that was cool to learn. But I had never heard of that. Document intelligence, knew it exists, didn't know that's what it was called. Knowledge mining, to extract, yeah, like these are things that are just abstract that I assumed existed, but you know, you can't really you can't cement it down as a tangible thought, you know what I mean? So I didn't know about it. And generative AI. So yeah, I didn't know about some of this stuff, so I'm glad that I went through this. So I'm just going to go through the next one. So this is unit 2 of this module, and it explains understanding what machine learning is and stuff like that, and like how do you get machine learning, and it comes from all the data. Anytime we use cell phones and I don't know, we upload stuff to social media, we're giving data, we're giving off data. And then there's data scientists who can use like Jupyter notebooks and stuff. They can use task tools to retrieve the data that we send out, and they'll use the data for machine learning modules or machine learning things, and then the machine learning builds a relationship of the data and tries to capture like a estimation or summation of what this data means, right? That's like the process of it, and it explains that in more detail. I didn't know that that's how exactly it worked, but that was good to learn from this. Very interesting. So that's machine learning. We'll go to the next one. Unit 3, so understanding computer vision. So this was cool. I never heard of this before, but you kind of see this in movies and stuff, like with the facial recognition. Um, the stuff they have in like Britain. I know that Britain has like those cameras everywhere that can see stuff. Like, but yeah, computer vision is an area of AI that deals with visual processing. The Seeing app is they give an example of for like blind and low vision people. It harnesses AI to assist them and describe the people. Like it in the video, it shows like if someone is blind, there's like this apparatus that can see the person that is sitting in front of you. If you're blind, you can't see them. So the person in front of you, the app is describing what the person is. It says like woman 28, and it uses I think some of it uses the face, so it can actually record the person's face, and then it can tell the blind person who that is. That's cool, right? Like, that's kind of cool. So but yeah, so those are different methods of it. It says most computer vision solutions are based on machine learning modules that can be applied to visual input from cameras, videos, or images. So these are like the different ways that the AI can like, I guess you can say scan or, I don't know how you just like apply this data, like whether it be a camera, whether it be an image, a video. So like in the first one, it's able to read through a capture image of a taxi and say, this is a taxi. Or another one is semantic segmentation, which basically has a footage capture of a street and like a bus, looks like an SUV car and some people, and the AI is able to delineate between what is the bus, the car, and the cyclists or the people walking, which is interesting. Then they have the face detection and facial recognition, and it can register like the geometry of a person's face, and it can delineate between whether or not this is maybe a man or a woman, or if this is Duval LeBlanc, or if this is some other person. So yeah, like that's pretty much computer vision, right? It's just the way the computer can see. It's the computer seeing now. That's where we are. The computer is able to see things, and it's telling you what it is. So that's a good way to see it. So all right, we'll go to the next one. Natural language processing. So this one is interesting too. Didn't know it existed, but learned about it. And they give a video of this. Looks like he was a game programmer or designer, and they have this VR virtual reality game where you're interacting. So you're speaking to the video game, and the video game is able to receive your voice, and it could like download and interpret what you're saying, and then that is able to process a reaction or a prompt to do other things based on what you say, how you say it. So like if you're someone that talks maybe a certain way, the computer will adjust for that person. You can watch the video, it's interesting. But yeah, so it explains a little bit. Natural language processing is the area of AI that deals with creating software that understands written and spoken language. Right, so yeah, that's pretty much that. It enables you to create software that can analyze and interpret text and documents, email messages, and other sources. So that's pretty much what that does. And it's how it's used in Azure. You can use Azure's AI language to build natural language processing solutions. Some features of Azure AI language include understanding and analyzing text, training conversational language modules that can understand spoken or text-based commands, and building intelligent applications. So it's the linguistic language AI. So it's the talking, what you're saying, the language. So the previous one was the vision, how it sees images. This one is the language. So it's like building its own senses, like in a way. All right, so the next one, document intelligence and knowledge mining. So this is like the brain aspect of it. So this one, document intelligence, the area of AI that deals with managing, processing, and using high volumes of a variety of data found in forms and documents. Document intelligence enables you to create software that can automate processing for contracts, health documents, financial forms, and more. So It's very brief though. It kind of just goes about it. It's basically just it mines data. You submit a bunch of stuff into it, and it's able to pull and ascertain and compartmentalize all of that stuff and provide a solution based off that data that would be able to automate the processing of things. So, like knowledge mining, it says like our one Microsoft knowledge mining solution is Azure Cognitive Search, a private enterprise search solution that has tools for building indexes. The indexes can then be used for internal only use or to enable searchable content on public facing internet assets. Ugh, that's kind of damn, it's kind of thorough. But that's a little. I still don't understand that so much. I kind of understand what it's saying, but to be transparent, I still don't understand that one a little more. So, but maybe down the line I'll understand a little more. So, but yeah, so pretty much that one. 6, we're about halfway done here. Understanding generative AI. So generative AI describes a category of capabilities within AI that create original content. So think of it, generates, it's generating, right? So it's creating things. People typically interact with generative AI that has been built into chat applications. So like Genie and stuff like that, you would ask the chat GBT, the chat, when you ask it a question, it creates the solution, right? Or it pulls the data and creates the solution after you've given the prompt. People typically interact with generative AI that has built into chat applications. Generative AI applications take in natural language input, so you text it or you put text, and return appropriate responses in a variety of formats, including natural language, image, code, and audio. So this is probably the most well-known aspect of it that people use in their day-to-day, I would say, because I have an AI app and I input text or stuff like that. And one of my buddies, he uses Photoshop, and Photoshop has the AI, and he was he had like an image, and he was able to prompt it with saying like, I want a fish in this photo, and it generated a really nice, it was really crazy how good it looked. It was a photo of a fish coming out of the water, and it looked, and the way he selected the area in the photo of where to put it, the image that it created perfectly blended with the image of the background. Like it just knew it. It was crazy. It was really dope. But yeah, so so that's pretty much generative AI, and it has like this explanation of how it can be applied in Azure. In Microsoft Azure, you can use the Azure Open AI service. So if you didn't know, Azure, Microsoft just did that big thing with OpenAI, and this is why I'm saying this is so important. Everyone learn this. This is the future, like it or not. If you're getting into technology, OpenAI, like all of the stuff you need to know. So but anyway, in Microsoft Azure, you can use the Azure OpenAI service to build generative AI solutions. Azure OpenAI service is Microsoft's cloud solution for deploying, customizing, and hosted generative AI models. And so it has like these examples here from Azure, and it says like Chat Playground. Design a customized AI assistant using ChatGPT. Okay. There's another one, Completions Playground. Experiment with completions modules for use cases such as summarization, content generation, and classification. Dolly Playground. Generative unique images by writing the script. Okay, so that's the image one. And bring your own data. So that's cool to have little stuff in Azure. That the OpenAI is a generative tool that Azure offers. Basically, I guess what it's saying. Next one. So this is important too. The challenges and risks with AI. So artificial intelligence is an important tool that can be used to greatly benefit the world. However, like any tool, it must be used responsibly. So it's basically giving you some challenges and examples of how AI can possibly be a risk factor. Like data could be exposed. So that's the challenge. And the example is a medical diagnostic bot is trained using sensitive patient data, which is stored insecurely. So like HIPAA stuff, like if you have people's health information, and the AI diagnostic bot is trained to use it, that's someone's data, that's their personal data that's supposed to be secure. So that's a risk. Like another one, who's liable for AI-driven decisions? An innocent person is convicted of a crime based on evidence from facial recognition. Who's responsible? Well, so that's just some examples of possible risks with AI. Definitely important to know. Responsible AI. So this is like a socio-political idea of how AI could be affected in the real world. And examples of fairness, reliability and safety, inclusivity, privacy, transparency, accountability, and stuff like that. People should be accountable for AI systems. Designers and developers of AI-based solutions should work within a framework of governance and organizational principles that ensure the solution meets ethical and legal standards that are clearly defined. So if we're using AI, you have to tell the public. If you're using AI, be aware of the data that you're pulling. If you're, I don't know, pulling data from, say you're in a lower income area, and the people like to say, well, the crime rate in this area has high, and they're just pulling data. So, but they have the naked data, and they don't apply the other aspects of maybe what was used and defined in that data. You know what I'm saying? So that's the part of the accountability, stuff like that. So because the AI doesn't have a way to tell if this is moral. It's amoral. It's just a computer. So some people may be able to use AI for nefarious reasons, which of course is going to happen, but it's just trying to say to be responsible. So it's like a knowledge check. I did this already. Let's see if I pass it again. You want to create a model to predict sales of ice cream based on historic data. Predict sales of ice cream based on historic data that includes daily ice cream sales, tools, and weather measurements. Which Azure service should you use? A tool to predict sales based on historic data. Maybe machine learning? Yeah. You're not going to use language because you don't need, it's not talking, and you're not being able to delineate different languages. It's not bot service either. You work for a wildlife sanctuary and are considering using AI to identify bird species from images. Okay, so it's computer vision or AI vision. Oh, there. Which AI service? AI vision, because you're using the computer vision for the computer to see the image and pull the data from the image. That's how I see it. That's how you should see it. A predictive app provides audio output for visually impaired users. Okay. So here's a group of people who are generally not in the quote-unquote general audience, having I'm gonna say regular, because that's not right to say, but they have issues hearing, so they need to be included. So inclusiveness. A predictive app provides audio output for visually impaired users. Which principle of the responsible AI is reflected here? So the principles that I went over, being responsible, transparent, privacy, and security. This one is inclusiveness. So check answers, and they're all right. So, yep, and this is the last slide here. Summary: artificial intelligence enables the creation of powerful solutions to many kinds of problems. AI systems can exhibit human characteristics to analyze the world around them, make predictions or inferences, and act on them in ways that we could only imagine a short time ago. With this power comes responsibility. As developers of AI solutions, we must apply principles that ensure that everyone benefits from AI without disadvantaging any individual or section of society. So yeah, that's pretty much the end of that course, the fundamental of AI concepts. That's the first one. That's going to be what I cover in this video. I'm going to continue and do more with the next module. I really hope you guys enjoy this new course I'm doing. I believe that AI is definitely 100,000% the future. If you're getting into technology, you will need to have this AI. You will need to have some form of skill in this field. You will need it. It's not a joke. You will need this. Or if you don't want to, then you will be walked over. So you'll be passed by. But anyway, I say all that to say, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is Duval LeBlanc, back and ending another video. See you guys next time.
For now, I have faith in love, and I'll owe it all to you.
I took you out,
Had such a lovely time,
we danced all night.
till the sun would shine.